Keith, thanks for joining me here today. I've got a couple of questions for you. What's the number one issue facing county residents right now?
Well, if you're talking about for the election, it'll be property tax. But there's another one that everybody's talking about that the county really has nothing to do with, and that's fuel prices right now. For all my friends that drive diesels, I feel bad for them because it's up, over $5.50 out there. And that's going to affect the budget. The county commissioners are putting the budget together right now through the summer, and they'll start having discussions here shortly about it. And the road department, the sheriff's department, when you've got costs jumping with our fuel prices, that's going to affect the budget for now and next year. And so, but again, there's not much we can do about that. The property tax, there is a little bit of room that we can do something with to help that. One of the things I'm enjoying is finding out from the Speaker of the House. That's one of the things I'm going to find out is, why isn't this the number one priority? Because I have found out in other counties across the state of Idaho, we're not the only one. There's tremendous growth in other counties, and they are screaming about their property taxes going up too. And so I have a feeling that our senators and representatives from this area, when they head down to Boise in the beginning of 2027, that is going to be the number one topic down there. What we can do is we can tighten up the budget, but I know that county commissioners right now are doing that. They're always looking at ways to save money, to shave off costs and everything. They're working very well with department heads. And so there's nothing new there. And you also have to remember on these really hot topics, not just throwing political stuff out there, but when you're trying to make changes in the county government with the county commissioners, you have to have another county commissioner that believes in what you're believing in order to go forward with one of your ideas, or you're going to hear crickets, because it'll always be a 2-to-1 vote against you. So you have to be able to work and play nice with others.
All right. What, if anything, is the first thing that you'd try to change if elected?
What I would take a look at, as I said before, you have to have 2 county commissioners to get going forward. But the thing I take a look at is communication. And I've talked to other department heads and other elected officials, and everybody works hard at communications. But I think with the background that I have through the years, and I think you would understand this too, there's always room for improvement in communications. For example, a lot of people don't realize that all the meetings you can get online. You don't have to take a shower and dress up and go. You could watch all the meetings by your phone or your laptop or your desktop. For the county commission, you can see all the meetings there. You can actually communicate with the county commissioners if you have questions or comments that want to be made on that. I think then the next thing is, again, as we talked about, you can't make a lot of changes too much on property tax, but I will be battling in Boise for it. When we go down, when the county commissioners go down and start talking with other elected officials and with the Speaker of the House, it's like, we got to get a change here. And let me throw something out. This is going to blow you away. Have you, my brother Mark is the executive director for Interlink Volunteers, and they took the census of 2020, and then they had updates in 2022. This is going to blow everybody's mind away. When they took a look at Nez Perce County and Asotin County, this valley, we have the same demographics as the state of Florida. Think about that. The same demographics as the state of Florida. And the state of Florida is trying to get rid of their property taxes. Have you seen that? Mm-hmm. And they're looking at maybe doing some way, getting rid of property taxes in 10 years. Well, if we have the same demographics or close to the same demographics as the state of Florida, I'm going to be paying attention to that to see how they're doing it. It's like, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people looking at other states too, but that one just kind of blew me away, the demographics compared to the state of Florida. So I just want to pass that on to people that I'm going to work on communication and listening to people out there that I can make changes on that. And the other thing I want people to know, the property tax relief program. Have you heard of that? Did you know there was such a thing, a property tax relief program? If you go to the website for the Nez Perce County Commission, or just for Nez Perce County, go into the property tax relief program. And there's a whole list of things that you could reduce your property taxes up to $1,500 off if you fit into one of these criteria. And one of the easiest one is 65 plus. And I don't think a lot of people know about that. And so that was another example I was looking at for communication. And I think I can help with that.
Now, you and Nick Woods have both talked about property taxes in person and on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And so just briefly explain where you stand on the present and future of property taxes in Nez Perce County.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm blessed. My wife and I are blessed because we have not only our home, we have 2 duplexes and a triplex. So I see both sides of the coin on property tax. On the homeowners, we exemption of $125,000. It hasn't been raised in 5 or 6 years. When COVID hit, assessments went through the roof. Inflation went through the roof, and nothing else changed. My income didn't go through the roof. Did your income go through the roof?
It did not.
It did not. Appreciate your honesty. A lot of people say, did your income go through the roof? No. And it's like, where's the homeowner's exemption? Well, how come that's not rising? And so, again, I see both sides. I was affected greatly by it. And then I had a duplex that went from $3,200 for the year to $4,000. And I hadn't touched anything. We hadn't painted it. We hadn't done anything. It just boom. And I had to go down to see Dan Anderson, the assessor. And I said, Dan, what is going on? He goes, Keith, I get it. I own a duplex too. Supply and demand kicks in. Not a lot of duplexes for sale, but the demand that people want to own them so they can live on one side and rent out the other is huge. And it drove up the assessments. The sale prices went through the roof on those things. And so I'm like going, I'm getting hit from both ends here. I'm getting the homeowners, or the, if you own your own home, you're getting nailed for that. If you have investment property, you're getting double nailed for that. And so, but there is good news for the future that's going to be happening here. And I have a video out on my election page and my personal page that I want people to see. Have you seen all the investment people are doing for this community in housing and apartments? I didn't even know about this, but 6 months ago I started hearing about it, so I started taking a tour. You know, you could start off with Joe Greco out there off Powers. Take a drive out there. It's incredible how many homes are being built. The value that's going to be added to Nez Perce County is going to be fantastic. And then you take a look at the Profits. Laura's Profit and her husband Shan. They got their second phase about ready to start. In fact, they're starting on it right now. And that's that 55 plus. They're putting in over 80 units, 80 homes, townhouses. And then if you go to the south side of the Lutz Edition between 18th and 20th Street on Ripon, they put a brand new street in. It overlooks to the Lister Roundup grounds. A company out of Coeur d'Alene is putting in 13 duplexes to rent. 13 duplexes. That right there is over $7 million of value going into Nez Perce County. You take a look at Orchard School. 48 apartments going right there by Orchard School. You can see it as you drive. If you're on Thane and you see Orchard School, you'll see it. It's 3 levels. 48 units. I talked to Steve Carlton. Besides his food court being built right in where his car wash is, Ritz Car Wash, over on 4th Street in Walker Field, massive subdivision of his homes being built. All that going into Nez Perce County. Then we went to KRLC, KMOK area where we were both there in our younger years.
Oh, yeah.
And he is getting this thing leveled out, ready for commercial. And that's going to be another amount of money dumped in to Nez Perce County. Then the granddaddy of them all, east of Schweitzer Engineering, okay? 149 units. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
That is incredible. 149 units plus a clubhouse. So we're looking at millions and millions and millions of dollars coming in of value for Nez Perce County, and that's going to help spread. It's not the same people paying in to the property tax. We're spreading this thing out as other larger communities have too. And is it going to stop the increase? I don't think it's going to stop the increase. it could level it out finally. That's what we're looking for, till we can all start to catch up maybe in our income.
So tell me, what in your background makes you qualified to run Nez Perce County?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was very interested in it, and I made a promise to a former county commissioner that had since passed away, Bob Tippett. And he said, you need to run because of all the experience that I had. Graduated from the United States Institute for Organizational Management for the Chamber of Commerce. That is huge, working with different organizations and just how do organizations and businesses work with corporations. I graduated from the Pacific Northwest Institute for Community Development, Pacific Northwest Institute for Economic Development. I'm putting this all to use. I want to, for at least Nez Perce County, because it's not doing any good just sitting in my head.
Yeah.
So I got to do something with that. Plus, I'm a problem solver. I think, like you two, we have something inside that we want to help. We want to be part of the solution. You know, there's no shortage of problem solvers out there who feel they're problem solvers, but I have a track record of it, of solving problems.
All right, last question is simply, what makes you the better candidate?
Oh boy, you gotta. Well, been born and raised here in Lewiston and Nez Perce County. I'm one of us, and with all the experience and the skill set that I have, I just want to give back to my community. And like I said, I'm a visionary. Good is not good enough. I've said this many times. How great can we be in Nez Perce County? I don't have to have all the ideas. I just have to know people who have great ideas and help them achieve that too. There's a saying from Stephen Covey that it's the 7 habits of highly effective people. And I think it's number 5, that try to understand before you're understood. Meaning we've gotten away from listening. If we would listen to other people's points instead of being so focused on us trying to get our points out there, I think we'd be a better society if we become better listeners. And I think I'm a pretty darn good listener. I don't care where the credit goes. I'll help people achieve the idea that they want to achieve. I also believe in servant leadership. And what people don't understand about servant leadership is it's giving back. I know where the taxpayer dollars come from. I know who wants results, and I'd be a servant to that. That's what a lot of people in government do. And I've worked with large budgets, and that's nothing easy. You really have to understand large budgets. Like I was saying, road department. Right now, I was just talking to the road department the other day. Fuel prices affecting that. Material costs are going up. Equipment costs are going up. Repair costs are going up. You have to be able to work around all that with large budgets and be able to negotiate, and I'm pretty good at that.